Uh, so I will be showing you the functions of Immpro uh, from the videos itself. Okay, but you can ask any kind of questions. I'm totally familiar with this software. If you have any questions, we can discuss. If any of your friends had left in between, please ask them to join back, and we continue our presentation. Okay. First of all, you see in the previous presentation, we discussed so many controllers. We discussed wireless controllers, wired controllers, central controllers, PMS gateways. What is the requirement of Immpro? What is the differentiating factor of this controller, right? This is the most important and the basic thing to understand. Why we need this controller, what is the difference it has. So the Immpro is basically for two important projects it is useful. Number one, for big projects. Immpro has the capacity of 3,840 indoor units to be managed from one computer. No other controller can do that. So one unique feature for this controller, if you have a big capacity, where can we have 3,840 indoor units? Suppose this is a housing society. One housing society have 10 towers, 10 building towers. Each tower is having at least 300 flats maybe. So 300 multiplied by 10 towers, 3,000 uh, 3,000 flats, and if one air conditioner in each flat, so it will become 3,000 air conditioner, and the owner wants to control the air conditioner from one computer. Go for Immpro. Secondly, in such big scenarios, we also need to provide the bill to the tenants as per their actual amount of air conditioning used. Please refer to this word, actual air conditioning used, because one way to distribute the energy consumption is like suppose the power consumption is for 1000 kilowatt hour and there are 10 flats, so you divide it by 10 and everyone need to pay 1000, but it is not a good way, it is not a scientific way. Maybe one of them has not even used the air conditioner for that month, why he should pay? So to solve this problem, we need to divide the energy consumption of the outdoor unit as per the real actual refrigerant demand. So this one is done by the Immpro software or the 10.1-inch touchscreen. Both have the same logic. Okay, so here you understand why we need Immpro or where we need Immpro. Large quantities first, and secondly for energy management or electricity distribution function. Here are some examples like housing societies, hotels, big office buildings, large shopping malls. This kind of places Immpro can be useful. Okay, so this controller is very expensive. I think all of you know this. So such an expensive controller, what things it can do? I explained you the important features, but let us see what it can do. It can monitor the indoor units, monitor the outdoor units. Easy view, you will see in the videos how easy view it is. Control, it can control the indoor units and it can control those four features for the outdoor unit as well that we discussed before. The four features of the outdoor unit, the mode priority, night silent mode, auto energy saving, and power saving mode. This one can also control. Scheduling. It can set a schedule for the indoor units and what time the indoor units to start, what time the indoor units to turn off. You can set a schedule through Immpro. Electricity bills. As we discussed just now, you can generate the electricity bills for the different indoor units based on the real refrigerant demand or real air conditioning used. Okay. And energy management. So the energy management is just like we discussed in the central controllers, that the minimum cooling temperature limit or maximum heating temperature limit you can set from this one also. You can lock the remote controller, lock the wired controller, lock the fan speed, lock the mode. These kind of things can actually help in saving some energy. And for this one, as I mentioned, for the outdoor unit side, you can start the auto energy saving mode or power saving mode. So what are these two functions? They are power management, energy saving. So now for this presentation, firstly, we will discuss some basics of Immpro, the structure wise, gateway wise, devices wise, what things we require, and then we will go to see the software. Basic structure of Immpro, what things you need in total to make it work. This is your air conditioning system, outdoor unit and indoor unit. Then you need a gateway. What is this gateway? It connects to the XYE port of the outdoor unit side and connects to the gateway, and then this gateway connects a LAN cable and connect to the computer, and computer have the Immpro software inside. Two gateway options we have. The 10.1-inch touchscreen can also act as a gateway, and IMMP back A that we have been discussing already can also act as a gateway. This is basically for backnet, but if you don't have backnet, you just want for Immpro. I told you before in the last presentation, same computer you can install backnet and you can install Immpro. But if there is not requirement for backnet, no need backnet, just install Immpro, use it as a Immpro gateway, right? But you will later understand that if there is no need to attach backnet together, there is no need to buy this one because it have no the advantages of this as compared to this are too much. So you will not need to buy this. Another thing we can discuss here is the distance, how much distance we can have, because big projects, the length of the cables is very important. If we are talking about a residential society, so many towers, how to connect them with the same computer. So 1.2 kilometer can be the length of the XYE cable here. And for the LAN cable here, we say 100 meter, but actually it depends upon the cable you buy. The main point in this is the signal should be transmitted. So right now we have some, how to say, some new kind of cables. I forget the name of those cables. Uh, so this is basically an IT technology. So if the cable have the capacity to carry for long distance, our signal can transmit to the computer. It's no problem. Okay. I forget the name of those kind of cables. Okay, I mean it's a IT terminology. You can check. For our side, 1.2 kilometer here. So that was the basic structure of Immpro. Except that there are two more devices which are required for good functioning of the Immpro. One is this soft dog and one is this energy meter. So energy meter we already discussed, right? We want to distribute the power consumption of the outdoor unit to the various indoor units. So first step is to know the power consumption of the outdoor unit. How to know? Through the energy meter. How is the connection happening? I will show you in the next slide. This one is important. The soft dog. If you have not used IMM or IMM Pro before, you can listen more carefully. I explain you. It is just like a key to the software. It has no other use actually. Suppose you have connected the refrigerant system with the gateway and then connected the gateway to the computer have IMM Pro, everything is working fine, but you need to connect this into one of the USB disks of a USB port of this computer, then only IMM Pro will work. So it is basically a key to our IMM Pro software. Reason behind it, suppose if you buy IMM Pro from us for one time, the next time you just need to buy gateways and the several projects you can keep on installing the same software multiple times and then you can use it multiple times. So we want to limit that you use one software with one project. So that's why when you buy IMM Pro, actually you will only receive this soft dog. The software you need to download from our TSP website. Software, as I said, can be installed in any computer once you have it. But the software will run only if you have soft dog with you. Its function I already explained. Energy meter, the function I already explained. Another thing to emphasize here is maybe some people will have the confusion, like in one system you can connect 3 outdoor unit. So do I need 3 energy meter or do I need 1 energy meter for one system? You need 3 energy meter for 3 outdoor units. 1 energy meter per outdoor unit. The connection of the energy meter I explained before also, very simple. These are the power wires going into the outdoor unit ABCN. So ABCN passes through the energy meter and goes to the outdoor unit. And here is the OA cable. So this OA cable needs to be connected to the outdoor unit, outdoor unit connection PCB. So they will have a OA port there. So OA from here connect to that OA port, and this energy meter value will go inside the system, and from system will go to the Immpro. So this is the whole arrangement. Very simple, just to explain you again. Okay, I hope up till now is clear, right? I show you again this basic structure. You need a gateway, and gateway connect to the computer, and this gateway connect to the refrigerant system through XYE port. So now we are going to discuss the advantage and disadvantage of these two gateways and which to select in which cases. I hope you can understand. So this is actually the central controller we discussed in last presentation. 10.1-inch touchscreen controller. So we know already that this have 6 XY ports, 8 systems, 64 indoor units for one port. So for 6 ports, it's 48 system and 384 indoor units. And 10 such devices can be connected with one computer. 10 such devices can be connected with one computer. Each have 6 ports. So we come up with these numbers, and how to say, one port can connect 8 systems. Each one have 6 ports, and 10 such devices can be connected with one computer. So 10 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 8, 480 refrigerant system or 3840 indoor units for Immpro plus 10.1 system we can get. Show you some wiring, very simple. How to connect the XYE from the outdoor unit side to the XYE port of this. Here, this is important. So I just now I explained that you can connect 10 with one computer. How will you connect this 10 with one computer? Outdoor unit side is clear, right? You can connect through the XYE port. Outdoor unit side, I said 8 systems can connect with one port. How 8 systems can connect with one port? How will you do the looping? Master to master looping. 8 systems, master of system 1 connects to the master of system 2, master of system 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then connects to the port of the CCM 270B by WS. This way 8 systems goes into one port. And similarly for the other ports as well. So this way you can connect 8 systems, first thing. Second thing, you are going to connect 10 such devices with computer. How to connect? Using a router or an exchange. There are two kind of devices. So router has an IP of itself and exchange doesn't have an IP. So if you connect an exchange is better. So I hope all of you know that they have an IP of their own. Right now I have connected one 10.1 with my computer. So I share my screen with you, and then I think when you have okay. Okay, so I share my screen with you, and I show you how this website of 10.1 looks like. So the default IP is, okay, I have already opened it. Let me close it. So 192.168.100.40/8000 is the default IP. So I click here and I can log in to the 10.1 here. Okay. So by default, This is the IP of the 10.1-inch touchscreen that you buy from Idea. And by default, this is the IP of the 10.1-inch touchscreen. But here in this example, I'm telling you that you can connect 10 such gateways with one router. How will you connect? Each have the same IP. How it will work? So we need to change the IP of each of them from the default IP. So default IP is 192.168.100.40. So you can 40, 41, 42, 43 up to 49 for 10 devices. How to change the IP? I can show you again from my computer. So this is Windows 10 system. So Windows 10, you go to the control panel. Inside the control panel, you go to network and internet. And then you can go to the network and sharing center. And then I'm using the internet also from the LAN cable. So this is my internet and this is the connected to the 10.1. So I will click on here and then click on properties and click on IPv4. For your English systems, you just need to see IPv4. So this is IPv4 here, and by default it is like this: obtain IP address automatically, and I click OK. And now I try to open the website of 10.1. I will not be able to access it. Let me close it. 192, and here I cannot access. So this is the basic IP settings that you need to do. You need to put it in the domain of the uh, you need to put it in the domain of the network. So click here, properties. Again, we go to IPv4 and you write 192.168.100.40. 40 is the IP of our gateway by default. So this can be any value between 0 to 259 except the value of our device. So our device value is 40. I put it 1. Subnet mask will come automatically. Here you need to again 192.168.100. Should not be our device value, should not be this value. I put it 2 and click OK and click OK. Close, close, and then I try to open. Okay, so this is the we can reach to the home page of our 10.1. So inside each home page, we go to install and then click auto topology, and it will extract all the indoor units that are inside this 10.1. Right. So we need to do it one by one for each of the we need to do it one by one for each of the 10.1s. Then we will be able to put these units inside our Immpro software in the end. So let me go back to this. So we will need to do it one by one for each. Firstly, go connect it single by the computer and search the indoor units, and then you keep for the first one keep the same IP. For the second one, here you go to the settings and then network, and here is the IP. So if you change it here and click to 41, it will become 41, and the next time it will open with the 41 web address here. So let us keep 40 for now because we are just discussing. But if you want to, if you have 10 devices, then you need to do it one by one. Then all will work together. So this is just for overview. The next option we have is IMMP back A. This one has 4 XYE port. Each port can connect 8 systems and 64 indoor units. So if we are talking about for one computer, 10 such devices can be connected with one computer, one Immpro software. So here what the number will come out: 10 such devices can be connected. 4 ports are there. Each port can connect 8 systems and 64 indoor units. So the number of indoor units in this combination is 2560 indoor units. But The software thinks both the gateway as the same. So you connect one IMM, one this one and nine others, nine this and one that, no problem. It's all the same. But for your understanding, you see it is occupying one IP. So if you buy the one with 6 ports is more feasible. It can be used for more units. The same connects to the XY side. And here, this is what I am talking about. You can connect any number. The total number should be 10. You connect 9 this one and 1 this one is okay. You connect 9 this one, 1 this one is okay. 5, 5, 4, 3, 4, any number is okay, right? So I tell you something directly without discussing more. If you don't need backnet, there is no need to buy this one. Just buy the 10.1. The advantages are a lot. In the next slide, I will discuss the advantages. If you need backnet, then you can consider buying this. So this is a comparison with IMM. I think I will share this presentation with you. You can read it by yourself. We have improved a lot as compared to IMM. The number of systems have improved. The number of units have improved. 2 gateway options are there. Before we only have 1 gateway option. The error code algorithm is better. And we can also have added some new functions inside this like 0.5 degree temperature change, 7 fan speed that we discussed in last presentation. So those functions are available for V6. So if are available for V6 are also available for Immpro. So that's it. And we think the energy system, the calculations are more accurate as compared to IMM. Important. So as I just mentioned that 10.1 is better than IMMP back A if you are using IMM Pro system. Why is it better? I give you a scenario. Just now I explained that you need to change the IP one by one, one by one, one by one. Suppose your system stops working one day and you have 10 IMMP back A and you forget the IP of one of them. So what will you do? You cannot check the IP. If you don't know the IP, you cannot open its website, right? So it will be troublesome. But on the other hand, if you forget the IP of 10.1, what you will do? Open the touchscreen, click on the touchscreen, go to the settings, check the wireless. This is the same interface as the interface on the touchscreen itself. So you touch the touchscreen, go to the network, check this IP and put in your computer and your system is working again. This is one advantage I just said. Other obvious advantages we already discussed, 6 ports, 4 ports, so number of systems is more, right? Number of indoor units is more. Energy statistics record time. So in the beginning of the presentation, I said, what is the motto of Immpro? For energy consumption division, right? So in this case, if we look at our setup again, here, this 10.1 is connected through a LAN cable to this router, and from this router it is connected to the Immpro. It is very possible that someday that this LAN cable is loose. So data is not going outside from 10.1. It is storing inside the 10.1 now. Unless you find out, you never know when you visit this project site. So this meantime, the data is being stored inside the gateway. So the memory of gateway is important here. So the memory of 10.1 is much better than IMMP back A. So this is just a how to say a rough comparison, 12 months, 2 months, but it depends upon the project and it depends upon a lot of things. But the thing is the memory of 10.1 is much better than this one. Okay, so this was the first part of my presentation for selecting the gateways for Immpro. If anyone has any question for this part, you can discuss to me now. Otherwise, we will move on to the next part. Okay, so if anyone has any question about how to select the gateways, you can talk to me now, or we will move on to the next part. So if no questions, I go to the next part. So if someone of you have used IMM before, you might complain that installation of IMM is very complicated. You need to do the database installation, and step-by-step process. Otherwise, even if you miss one process, IMM will not work, the server will not connect. Those problems have been fixed in Immpro. The installation is very, very easy. Before we see a video for the installation, I want to mention this, that our manual sometimes is writing this configuration that you need an i7 processor and 16 GB RAM and display card, hard disk 1 TB, and these requirements are very high. But I want to make it clear that this requirement is for the most, that when you are using 3840 indoor units. In that scenario, then you need to have this kind of computer. But if your system is relatively small, then simple computers will also work. Even my computer is i5. It can work very easily with Immpro. Okay, so don't get confused by this requirement. Okay, another thing I want to mention here is for our Immpro, we have made a multimedia manual. What is a multimedia manual? For each step of the Immpro installation, we have a video, and this video is available on YouTube. And when you read this manual, then you will see a lot of QR codes inside the manual. And if you scan this QR code, you can see this video by yourself, or you can click the link to go to the YouTube channel to see those videos as well. So this is a very user-friendly manual. If you are inside China, then you can scan this QR code for Yoku to see this video. If you are outside China, then you can scan YouTube QR code, or you can click on this link to see on the YouTube, or you can directly go to the YouTube channel as well. I can take you to the YouTube channel again. So now the YouTube channel name is MyDHVT. Maybe we will update it. So I think I have made some playlist already. Okay, so I don't have the playlist for Immpro. Okay, I will make those playlists as well. But if you see directly from here, these are the videos for Immpro. Installation of Immpro, IP configuration, log, advanced user, and everything. So we will see this from the videos itself. So let us see a video for installation of Immpro, how easy it is to install Immpro now. Okay, so the installation of Immpro is much more simplified as compared to IMM. You simply go to the TSP first to download the Immpro. Just like any other software, you need to download from TSP, and then you need to click on the setup of Immpro, and then just click next, and it will install itself. But just make sure that you don't install it in the C drive. This is just a suggestion. If your computer only have one drive, then you can obviously have no choice. You can install in the C drive. But if your computer have the partition option, then don't install it in the C drive. It will prevent you from any problems of permission that can happen in this kind of system. So it's better you don't install in the C drive if you have the option. So just click next. It's very simple. I change it to D drive here, and then just click next a few more times, and Immpro will be installed. Database and everything is installed already. Very simple. Okay, so the installation of Immpro is very simple. Another thing, in the beginning of the presentation, I mentioned about soft dog. This is the soft dog. I can show you. I hope everyone can see it. So we also need to install a driver for this software, because anything you connect with a computer, you must have a driver. So Microsoft doesn't provide a driver inside inbuilt in the Windows. So we need to install it by ourselves. Then this will start working. So this is the installation of Immpro, very simple. Okay. Downloading from TSP, I also have a video for this, but it is very simple. I think all of you have been using TSP. If you have the code for the Immpro, you can search in the part code query and can download the Immpro from there. Installation of Immpro, we already see the videos. Okay, so this is uh, how to download the Immpro and how to install the Immpro. Okay, I hope you can. I just show you some videos for installation just to emphasize that the installation is quite easy. And for specific things, we can also discuss in detail. If anyone want to discuss in detail about installation, you can ask me any questions now. Otherwise, I will move on to the functions part of Immpro. So for now, for the installation of Immpro, for the connections, if anyone has any question, you can ask me any kind of questions.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, yes,
I
yes, yes.
have a
Please ask.
question. Yeah, I have a question about the converter module. What's the purpose of the converter module? In which case we have to use?
The converter module is for when you are using the diagnosis software with old generation outdoor unit like V5X. So as I mentioned, V5X used to have K1, K2E and XYE, two ports. And the new generation V6, VC Pro only have XYE. So if you the new diagnosis software works on the new protocol XYE that has the outdoor indoor information together. So if you want to connect the old protocol that have XYE and K1 K2 is separate, then you need to connect a converter board that joins this XYE and K1 K2 into single XYE and can use it on the new generation softwares. Okay.
Okay.
So if anyone else have any other question can also ask. Otherwise, I will move on to the functions of IMM Pro now.
Yeah, and if I want to connect the new magnet interface with a non-V6 uh, system, for example, V5X systems or V4 Plus, is it possible to connect the new interface with the converter module?
Yes. Two things here. Firstly, if you don't need the audio parameter, then you don't need the converter module as well. But if you need audio parameters you can directly get without using the converter module. But if you need audio parameter as well, then you can connect the converter module. Uh, but in my suggestion, it is better to use the old BMS gateway with old generation outdoor unit and the new BMS gateway with new generation outdoor unit. The reason being, you are adding a lot of parameters inside your system. If you are connecting the old outdoor with the new BMS and you are connecting a protocol kit, so you are adding more chances of failure. Not failure, I mean misconnection. You are adding a extra kit inside, so there is chances that the cable from this kit can get loose, or the connection from kit to the gateway can get loose, right? So if in any connection, simple science here, the lesser the number of connection is better for durability.
Okay, thank you.
So if anyone else have any question, you can ask for this connection of IMM Pro. Otherwise, I will move on to the functions of IMM Pro. I will show you some videos, what kind of functions does IMM Pro have, and then we will end today's session. Okay, so the IMM Pro software actually have three kind of accounts. We call it admin account, normal user account, and guest user account, or we call it anonymity account as well. So admin account have all the functions. Normal user account can control everything except outdoor unit. So I have been mentioning from the beginning, last presentation, this presentation, four functions of outdoor unit can be controlled: mode priority, night silent mode, auto energy saving, and power saving mode. So these four functions, because IMM Pro is going to be exposed to the end user, maybe end user doesn't know that if he changes the mode priority of the outdoor unit, the system can stop running if he's not uh, if he set heating mode priority in the in the summer season, then maybe, I mean, things like this can happen. So it's not good that we give this control to the end user. So that's why we have an advanced user and normal user. So we suggest that you give a normal user account to the end customer. That's why we have this three kind of account, and anonymity account is just a guest account. This, and if you log in, click here anonymity, you can change nothing inside the software. Everything will remain the same. You can just see. Okay, so I show you the functions of the software from the videos. I think that will be better. So the first function that I would like to show you is the maybe I show you from this login with advanced user account. Okay, I show you with login with advanced user account, so you can see the home page as well. So advanced user account admin 123456 is the password. So you have installed Immpro, you have connected the gateways to this Immpro. How to connect the gateways uh, is also another setting. I can let me show you that one firstly. This is the configuration of Immpro. Let me go back to our presentation first. This is our presentation. I explained you that how we will change the IP, how we will search the indoor units inside each of them. So now each of them have the indoor units inside. So now IMM Pro need to search these indoor units or get these indoor units from here to here. So we know the IP of each of them, and we have installed the IMM Pro in our computer. So what we need to do, let us see through this video what exactly we need to do to do that. This is called configuration setting of IMM Pro. So you run the Immpro software. We have just installed the Immpro software, and we will click on it and then enter admin 123456. Admin 123456 is the password, and you will log in with the advanced user account. It will say initialize the gateway, go to the settings, and then you need to search and go to the initialization and write the IP of each one of them. So if you have only one, you write the IP of only one. If you have 10, you need to write the IP one by one and click search. So you will see here we write the default IP because maybe we only have one. Click OK and then click scan. So once you scan, you will get all the details of this gateway directly into your IMM Pro system. So port 1, port 2, it has 6 ports. These are just virtual, nothing here. So port 1 to port 6, you will get how many outdoor units, how many indoor units in each port are there. You can get from here. It will take some time. So here it is showing that port 1 have 96. So 96 means outdoor unit and indoor unit as well. So this video was made from a virtual system. So it is showing 96. But in actual systems, we know that we can connect maximum 64 indoor units in one port, and 8 systems means if we take 3 outdoor units, so 8 3s are 24. 24 plus 64 can be the maximum. Okay. So this is for the configuration of the IMM Pro, and once you have done the configuration, then we can see the units here, and once we have the units, then we can I show you the functions from here. Log in with the advanced user account. So we just open the IMM Pro again, admin 123456. This step will repeat again and again. So here, remember password, auto login. It will save the password auto login. You don't need to log in again. The next time will automatically log in with this account. And then this is the home page of the IMM Pro. Okay, so in the home page, these are the various functions that we have. And the advanced user account have more functions as compared to other. It can use the monitor function. It can use the control function, all the functions are available to the advanced user. Okay, so let us start with our first function of Immpro. The first function of Immpro is the monitor function, monitor for IDU. So again, we open the Immpro system, and inside the Immpro system, we have IDU and ODU already. So we click on the monitor function. So the monitor function, you can monitor the indoor unit, and you can control the indoor unit, and you can set some lock for the indoor unit. So there are two ways to show. This is the grid view, and this is the list view. So in the grid view, like if you click one time, then this indoor unit is selected, and the details about this indoor unit are showing here. If the set point is limited, unlimited, limited means unlocked, and unlimited means unlocked, and limited means locked. And this is the control part. So for control, you click once, this red line means this indoor unit is selected, and you can click as many times or select all the indoor units will be selected. Here you can see 64 indoor units selected, and then click turn on and select the settings, whatever temperature, whatever mode fan you need, and then you need to send this command, and the command will be executed. So this is control, this is monitor, and this one is lock. We discussed in the beginning of the presentation that we can do some power management or power saving, that is from the lock setting. Okay, so this is the lock. You can select one indoor unit or you can select multiple indoor units, and then cooling set point limited, minimum cooling temperature. If I set 20, you cannot go below 20 degree. Immpro is the master controller. If it is locked at 20 from Immpro, no other controller below can also change it to that. This is the remote controller, locked or unlocked, wireless controller, wired controller. Here is some misprinting. Actually, it's wireless controller, and this is wired controller. On off limit and fan speed limit. We have 7 fan speed. You can lock 1 fan speed for 1 indoor unit. So this kind of setting you can do from here. And next is if you want to change the name of the indoor unit. Again, it is very simple. You go to the list view, or you can click edit here, and then here you can change the name of the indoor unit. By default, I try to explain you what is this name. 192.168.100.40. This is the IP of the gateway. 0 is the first port of the gateway. Second 0. First port 0 system means the first system of first port. Next 0 address of the indoor unit. This is 1 address of the indoor unit, 3 address of the indoor unit. Why it is important? This is important. You see, Immpro is having 3000 units. You cannot use auto addressing in Immpro system, because if you will use auto addressing, how will you know which indoor unit is which one? You must know the address of the indoor unit. So if now I have done manual addressing for my indoor units, I will know that this gateway first port 0 address indoor unit is this one. Only if I have done manual addressing, I know which indoor unit is 0 address indoor unit, and I can write this name like room 501 or room 502 here for my future reference. Okay. So this is the monitor function for the indoor unit, and similarly we have a monitor function for the outdoor unit. I show you the outdoor unit monitor function here. So we can control 4 setting for the outdoor unit, and other things we can just monitor for the outdoor unit. So what functions are there? Let me show you from this video. Again, simply we go to the monitor setting and then click here on the audio part, and on the audio part then you will see this is the icon for mini VRF, and this is for the V6 VRF. 2 icons are there. So you select one outdoor unit, and these 4 options that we have been talking: night silent mode, mode priority, auto energy saving, and power saving mode. These 4 options are available that you can control from here only for the advanced user account. And similarly, if you want to change the name of the outdoor unit, then you click edit and you can change the name of the outdoor unit. Okay. And another thing is, like you can see, we have been talking visual management. Here you see what is the mode of the outdoor unit. We can check from here. This is cooling mode, or this is turned off, or is the heating mode. You can check according to the color of the outdoor unit, right? Similarly, for the indoor unit, the same kind of visual management is there. Okay, so this is the monitor function. If anyone has any question for the monitor function, please ask me now. Otherwise, I will demonstrate you the next function, that is for the floor plan function. Here is the visual management that I have been talking. This is the type of the indoor unit, forward asset, cooling mode, and this is the again cooling mode, the fan speed and the swing angle, if any lock is applied, if any error is there, or this is the set temperature. Similarly for the outdoor unit, mode and ambient temperature, number of indoor unit connected, and if any error code is there. And you can also monitor the gateway from this software. So if anyone have any question for the monitor function, please ask. Otherwise, I will show you the floor plan function now. Or maybe I show you the group management function firstly, then we will show you the floor plan function. So the group management function, we have been talking that we have 3000, we can control up to 3840 indoor units. So we must be able to classify these indoor units better. As I said that you have a housing society, 10 buildings, so you should be able to classify them like flat 101 or floor 1 or floor 2. Then you should be able to make some groups. So we have three levels of group management, and I can show you how to do this. You click edit and then you can create some groups. uh, Grade 1 group is the high class, and grade 2 is a part of grade 1, and grade 3 is a part of grade 2. So you can consider it like this, that this is the building, this is the floor, and this is the flat. Okay, so each grade 1 group can contain grade 2 groups. So I create here maybe building 1, and inside the building 1 we can have floor 1, floor 2, floor 3, like this. And then inside floor 1 we can have flat 101, flat 102, flat 103. Right, so in this example I'm doing the same, floor 101 and flat 101. And then add the indoor units. You can add the indoor unit in any of the group, but right now I'm adding this 3 in flat 101. So these 3 indoor units belong to flat 101. And if I want to add some indoor units into floor 1, this indoor unit I added to floor 1 is not part of flat 101. Why is it important? Suppose on floor 1 there are 10 flats, but there is also a common area. So how to address this common area? You will add these units inside floor 1, inside none of the flats, right? Similarly, you can add some units in the building 1 group also, which is not part of any floor. For example, the watchman's room. This kind of units can be added here. So we have three types of group management, three levels of group management, and you can add at any level the indoor units. Okay, so you can make multiple groups in this way. Basic idea is three levels of group management is there. And once you make this group will be visible on all the functions: monitor function, floor plan function, home page, everywhere you will be able to see this. Okay, so this is the group management function. Next, I will show you the floor plan function of Immpro. It is basically you can put in a map inside the Immpro for controlling the indoor units. So for the Immpro, let us open this again and we go to the floor plan function now. And inside the floor plan function, firstly you need to make some groups again. This group is different from the group management group. So but the way of making the groups is same. So I will skip this part. You need to make some groups, and once you have made some groups, the same we make same terminology and add some indoor units. So now this building 1, I want to add a picture inside this. So I click here and click on edit plan, and inside the edit plan I can upload a picture here, up to 10 MB, JPG, JPEG, PNG, BMP, any file is possible. And you click open. So this is BMP format and the size is very small, less than 10 MB, and click OK. And then this file will be available. And the indoor units in this group you can put at a particular location. So this is again for easy control. So if you have make a floor 1 and flat 101 and flat 101 bedroom, and this way you can know where is exactly the internet and you can control also from here. Okay, so the floor plan function is for this easy control. The next function that I will like to display you is maybe the log function, and maybe the schedule function. I'm sorry, schedule function is very important. I show you the schedule function. So Immpro is such an expensive controller, it should have a very good schedule. I can show you there are 3 ways to make a schedule in Immpro: by calendar, by device, or by date. So we will see. Firstly, we click on the schedule function inside the Immpro and click on edit to make a schedule. It has 3 ways to show the schedule, as I mentioned: calendar view, and how to say devices view, and the schedule view. So firstly, we will make a schedule. So calendar view is, if you click on a date, you will see which schedule are inside this date. And if you click on the, how to say, click on the schedule, you will see the details about this schedule. Okay. I think I show you first how to make this schedule, and then we will cover this part. So how to create a schedule, you need to click on edit, and inside the edit, then you need to add some rules inside the schedule, and then you can make a schedule. Firstly, you add a name of the schedule, and maybe this name of the schedule can be training or anything. And inside this schedule, then you need to add the units. And once you add the units in the schedule, then you need to add some rules and then running scheme of this schedule, like Monday to Saturday or Monday to Sunday, whatever scheme is there for running. So you can add as many indoor units as you want and simply drag and drop these indoor units. So once you have added enough indoor units as per your selection, then you can go to the rules part to make some rules for these indoor units schedule. Okay, click on the rules part and then add new rules. So you'll have to mention that at particular time the indoor unit should turn on or turn off, or what mode should be there, what temperature limit should be there, what is the fan speed, and remote controller is locked or wired controller is locked or not. These kind of things you need to select. So here you can select that one. So this is just basic selection, and once you have selected, you can make as many commands as you like for the units and then go to the running time. So running time, this is the range that this schedule is active between 1 October 2018 to 31 October 2018, and Monday to Friday it will work. Okay, and Saturday Sunday will not work, but maybe 1 or 2 Saturday Sunday I also want it to work, so I can add them as a custom date. Okay, and click confirm. And this is the way to add the schedule. And to see the schedule, we see in the beginning of this of this video, there are 3 ways to see. One is the calendar view. I click on the calendar and I click on any date, and I will see which are the schedules available for that particular date. So here I click on the calendar view and I click on a particular date like 1. So what is the schedule on 1? What is the schedule on 3? If there is any schedule, it will show here. Here is only one schedule, morning. Click morning, you will see the details. Which units are there? What is the running schedule? Everything you will see there. Number of IDUs. So this is the calendar view. Second is the device view. Here the group management groups are there. You select a device. So you select a device and you can see the schedules for this device. And the third is the schedule view. You can directly see the name of the schedules and see the details about this schedule directly. So this is the schedule function of Immpro. If anyone has any question for this functions, please ask. Please ask. I'm doing this video, I'm doing this training only for you. It's important that you understand all the functions. Right, so we have seen 4 functions till now: the main page functions and the monitor function for IDU, monitor function for ODU, floor plan function, group management function, and the schedule function. Other functions are very simple, but I can explain to you quickly. We have stat data and log function. So stat data is basically data statistics. You can see a lot of data about the indoor unit and outdoor unit through this function. So again, we open the Immpro and click on the stat data function or data statistics. Its name has been updated now. So you click on the stat data and you need to select the indoor unit or the outdoor unit here. So if we are seeing for the IDU, if you search a particular indoor unit, you will see only for that. But if you don't select any, you just select the range and click OK for all the indoor units. Any changes that happened, any command that has been executed will show here. Okay, so this indoor unit received a command or anything, any change happened. The parameter values you can check from here, very detailed parameters. You can check from here. So this is the stat data command. And again, if you click on the edit, then you can select specific indoor unit to check these datas, right? So this is the stat data function for Immpro, just to check the detailed parameters of the IDU and ODU, the changes that happen. And the next function we will discuss is for the log function. Log function is to check the changes that we have done in this system from the Immpro. Okay, so let me go to the log function directly. So inside the log function, I click on log. 4 options are available. That is the control command, schedule command, or on off command. Which kind of commands have been executed through this function? So we can see here control command, schedule command, limited command, login command through the Immpro. If you try to control any indoor unit, it will come here. If you try to do a schedule was implemented, it will come here. If you log in or log out, it will come here. Okay, so here we see control command, admin user set which kind of control command. Similarly, if you see the schedule command and click show for this range, if any schedule was implemented, will show here. So the difference between those two, any change happen will show in the data statistics. Changes from Immpro will show in the log function. Okay, so this is the log function of Immpro, and you can export the log function details or data statistics detail in the form of Excel or CSV file in your computer in the USB as well. And the last function that we are going to discuss is the energy statistics function. So this function, I think we don't have the real energy statistics data, but we will see how this function works. If you have connected the energy meter and if you have connected the connected it with the Immpro and you want to get the bills out for the tenants, you can do by using this function. So first of all, we need to do some settings for this. What are those settings? This is the energy statistics function. Here we will see the data. But before that, we need to do some settings. What are the settings? For the kilowatt hour, we need to set the price of the kilowatt hour. Here is the electricity price. So over 1 kilowatt hour, if your currency is dollar or if your currency is anything else or RMB, whatever, you can set a price here. So the Excel file will automatically multiply this price for you. So independent, these are some settings like independent display of IDU, standby power, or estimate the power consumption of IDU. So if you want the IDU power consumption should also be added, so you need to add the IDU motor kilowatt in the 10.1, so it knows that if this indoor unit run for 5 hours and the capacity of the motor is 5 kilowatt, so 5 multiplied by 5, 25 kilowatt hours is also consumed by the indoor unit side. And this one is independent display of IDU standby power. So there will be two lines. One is for the IDU standby power and active power. Okay, otherwise it will be only one line. Share standby power equally by all refrigerant systems. So the standby power will be distributed to all refrigerant system. Otherwise, if you don't check it, the standby power will be distributed to the indoor units of that particular system only. Okay, so these are the setting. And public units, if you add some units inside the public units, the power consumption of these units will be automatically distributed to the active indoor units. So if in one floor there is some yoga room or there is some playground room, then you can add them inside the public units. So the power consumption of this in the final Excel file will be automatically distributed to the active indoor units. So uh, this is the public units function. And then here you need to edit is to select particular units which you want to see the power data, or if you click search directly, and then you need to select a time range. Now we have selected 29, maybe the same date. If you select 2 months, then if you select a total, it will show directly. If you select a monthly, then the maybe October is shown differently and November is shown differently. The months are separated. So this is the energy statistics function. So we have covered all the functions of Immpro through these videos. And let me see if anything else is left for this presentation. I think we have covered most part of this presentation already. And all these videos that I show you just now are available on the YouTube as well. So you can check it for yourself. And other part of this is just some basic application. I will share this presentation with you for reading. So if anyone has any questions for Immpro, you can please ask me now. Actually, I wanted to display you the real Immpro on my computer, but in just the end moment, there was some problem with my Immpro. So that's why I couldn't show you the real Immpro system, because I don't have the real units here. So I wanted to actually show I wanted to show you the real Immpro, but I don't have the real units, and I was using some fake IDU software to make some units for you, and that software is blocked by our IT team. So I was not able to use it today. So if anyone has any question for the Immpro or any VRF controllers we discussed today, please you can ask me now and we can have a discussion.